Yeah, this is well number 8, or better what is left of it. Well 7 is not in a good condition and it is fairly crumbly and deep. So here it is, the last dune crossing for the Canningstock Route 2019. No more dunes. Walking towards the Ingebong Hills. Again, stunning rock formation. Found quite a bit of rock art. All up the roof. Big snake hidden here. Or fish. Not easy to see, but I think that's a head there. That's maybe one of the throwing sticks. I'm repeating myself, but I just love these red rock. It is so stunning. We're exploring a bit to find a way to the top of the hills, which is easy manageable if you look a bit around. Not too shabby, huh? This is a trig point on top of Ingebong Hills, and it was a little bit windy there. These hills were only recently named Ingebong Hills after Tommy Ingebong, the first Aborigine who received the lease for a station and also an expert Aborigine trekker. I'm sitting here on top of Ingebong Hill, and while I admire the hardiness and ingenuity and resilience these early explorers had, who kind of opened up that country for the white folks, it was unfortunately at a great cost for the local indigenous community, who were treated often very badly. I mean, as an example, to find water sources, they were captured, fed salt, chained to a tree, and then after 3 days let go. And obviously the first thing they would go is to water. So it is quite amazing that the Matu people really used to live here until the 60s. And I was fortunate enough to meet Neri Morgan, who was one of the last bushmen to walk out of the bush into, I don't know, what we call civilization. How civilized are we? I'm not 100% sure. It's easy to get up, back down is a different thing. I think that's a different way we came up, I know, but the thing with all the camera gear, I don't want to bang my camera. Let's see whether that works with the camera. Yep. So today for change, no radix, but chicken fry, basil Thai stir fry, green veggies and jasmine rice. And my new Pyrolox pan, which I purchased before the trip. I love it. With one click you can take the handle off, makes it very easy to store. Sunday morning, we just leaving the Ingebong Hills and waking up again to mixed weather. Last night it was clear sky, looked beautiful. Now we have quite a few clouds. It's beautiful Pierre Springs here, stunning place. One of the restored wells with water. It's actually nice, because that's how they would have gotten the water up with hoses in. This is going to be the biggest gum tree we have seen in ages. Absolutely stunning here. Huge root systems, and a lot of the trees pretty much growing while still lying down. So that fell over partially, but still is green. Well number 5, restored by a tractor group. I really commend the effort, I have to say, but I don't know, the restoration was not keeping in line somehow I don't know, with the history. These orange and metal shelters, I don't find that very appealing, but that's just me. That is a deep well. Still see the old lining. Given that there's hardly any technical driving on the canning, we cherish this little hill with a few holes in it. Please keep in mind, in the bush you always leave gates how you found them. If the gate was open, you leave it open. If it was closed, you close it again to prevent stock transfer. Well 4B. Very deep. Well 4B is another one of the wells constructed by Snell to overcome the distance between the original wells so that the locals could drive their sheep only short distances between watering points. Sir John Forrest named Windage Springs after his Aboriginal friend Tommy Wingett, who was highly regarded as a bushman and trekker and accompanied Forrest on many expeditions. There is nothing here. There was unfortunately no water in the springs, but it was a good spot for us to have lunch. I have to say, it is quite amazing what Canning and his team accomplished in the early 1900s, creating all these wells through 4 different deserts with the equipment and technology they had at the time. Cunha Station is probably the roughest part of the Canning, and I can see why they did not allow camper trailers for a long time. It's one of the many little creek beds on Cunha Station. That's, they're all pretty easy. But the Acacia cypherophylla is commonly known as the creek-line mini ritchie or red mulga tree. It is easily identified by its distinctive mini ritchie bark, which constantly peels off in small curly flakes, making the tree look like it has a coat of curly hair. Around Camp 3 are a few good campsites, but be careful to camp there when it's raining, as it's all clay and you may find yourself sunk in the morning. We were supposed to spend another night in the desert. But if you have a look at the clouds, it's all around us and it's very dark. We're here still on Cunha Station property, around 100 kilometers from Wiluna, and I believe that they actually close the track if it's wet. So yeah, I reckon there is a good chance of quite a bit of rain coming down, which would be great for the country, but not so good for us. So we may actually go on and make an early exit, go to Wiluna this afternoon. We have 3 o'clock now. Well 2A, dug into solid granite. No water left in it though. Granite walls. Just past well 2A, and here are the drops. Here's the rain. That seems to be the bull. Hey.
Fuck you, dude.
Well, number 2. A very deep well. With a little bit of water at the bottom. We made it out to the main road by around 5 o'clock and it was time to air up. I really like the Jamek PEM Auto 1000 tire inflator. I have a separate review about it, but it is really the fastest way to pump up my tires. Yeah, Wiluna has no hotel anymore, so now we've tried to find a different place. But as you can see here, that's my normal light, which is pretty much nothing. That is a Nitromax light bar, the 205. Pretty neat. That's now the roof mounted light bar, which really gives good vision to the left and right. It's in Wiluna here. So we just filled up at Wiluna and we aired back up, and now we're doing the last well number 1, 7 kilometers out of Wiluna to really complete the trip, and then we head back home. Well, yeah, it is. Thanks a lot for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed it as much as we did. As always, I would greatly appreciate if you subscribe to my YouTube channel, like the video and leave me a comment in the comment section. My YouTube channel is completely self-funded and it takes considerable effort, time and money to create these videos. If you'd like to support me in this, please consider becoming one of my patrons on Patreon, where you can donate a small monthly contribution which will help me to cover some of the cost. For these you will receive early access to all of my videos.